ratio, we are saying how much of one thing there is compared with another thing. In this instance, in this first example, we've got 3 blue squares is to 1 yellow square. You can see the portions or the parts are the same size or the same quantity. That's important. You can also see that there is a total of 4 quantities or 4 parts, and that these 4 parts are comprised of 3 blue ones and 1 yellow part. So we're comparing the blue to the yellow, and it's written in 3 different ways. A ratio, that is written in 3 different ways. It can be written as 3:1, 3:1, which is kind of the easiest way of saying it, or 3/1, written as a fraction. We're going to, in the next video, talk about proportions and how when one ratio is the same as the other, it's in proportion. We're also going to talk about finding out if 2 ratios are in proportion by using cross multiplication. Okay, so this is all revision, so we're going to go over this fairly quickly. We're going to try and write these ratios in their simplest form. The first thing you need to do is find the number that will divide into both the 10 and the 25. So both parts, it has to be the same number because remember they're the same size portions. So the number that divides into both, now we're looking for the biggest number, and in this case the biggest number is 5. And this is called the highest common factor, not to get bogged down in terminology. So the highest common factor is 5. Divide that into 10 is 2, and divide that into 25 is 5. Same goes for this one. The highest common factor is not 5 here because 5 doesn't go into 21. Highest common factor is 3. So 3 into 15 goes 5 times, and 3 into 21 goes 7 times, leaving a ratio of 5:7, 5/7, or 5:7. Either way is written correctly. If you're asked to write them in all 3 forms, then that's how you do it. So, sorry, that's how you do it, the way I said it. Simplify this ratio, 35:56. Have a look at it. What is the highest common factor? That is, what is the number the biggest number that can be divided into both of these 2 numbers? Okay, you should know your times table, so you should be able to recognize that the biggest number is 7, or the highest common factor is 7. And when you divide 7 into 35, it goes 5 times, and 7 into 56 goes 8 times, leaving a simplified ratio of 5:8, 5:8, or 5/8, written in fraction form. Now we're talking about dividing a quantity into a ratio. So in this case we're sharing 16 sweets. This is an Americanized jargon. Sweets we refer to in Australia as lollies. So we've got 16 lollies shared into 4 equal portions. Bart is getting 3 portions and Lisa is getting 1 portion. We've got 4 portions, they're equal portions, so that means we're talking about quarters. Maggie's getting 1/4, Bart is getting 3/4. So 1/4 of 16 is the same as saying 16 divided by 4, which, as you know, is 4. So that is what 1 portion equals, and it is also what Maggie is going to get. She's going to get 4 lollies. Bart's going to get 3, so he gets 3 times 4, which will be 12. So he's going to get 12 lollies. Gee, they're big lollies. And Maggie's going to get 4 lollies, which is probably wrong for Maggie to do, being a baby, and it's bad for her teeth. The ratio of boys to girls in the 6th grade is 2:3. If there are 24 boys, how many girls are there? So this is just a practice question, going over what we just did in the previous slide. So we've got 24 boys will equal 2/5, or 2 equal parts or portions. Therefore, 1 portion is half of that, which is 12, and 3 portions is 3 times 12, which is 36. Okay, so the ratio of boys is to girls. For 75 students, how many more girls are there than boys? So first of all, we worked out that there are 5 portions or 5 parts. 75 divided by 5 is 15. So that means there are 15 students per part. So there's going to be 30 in this part, which is 15 times 2, and there's going to be 15 times 3 in this part. So 45 girls. That means 45 minus 30, that means there'll be 15 more girls than boys. The ratio of students who wear glasses to the total class is 2:5. What ratio of students who wear glasses to students who don't wear glasses? Well, there are 3 students who don't wear glasses to 2 students who do wear glasses. So the ratio, therefore the ratio of students is 2:3. This is a total of 5 parts. There's 2 parts for every 3 parts, meaning 2:3. Kind of a little bit of a trick question there. The problems after this page are for you to use if you're still not sure on how to do these problems. As you will see, you go through these questions. There are the worked solutions there. Go through the video. Try not to cheat. Try to figure the problems out before you see the answers. Just use the worked solutions to help you make sure you're on the right track with the way that you are thinking.